Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we will learn about how we can create autonomous agent using Copilot Studio. Welcome back. So let's understand what is an autonomous agent first, and then we will create it. So autonomous agent is something that can automatically trigger based on an event that you set up. So this is an agent where you don't need to interact with an agent. It will sit behind, listen to that trigger, and whenever that trigger event happen, it will automatically start the process and start completing the activity that you have defined. So we are going to create a zero touch ticketing system, and what that means is the user is going to send an email explaining the issue that they are experiencing within the tools and technology that they are using. We will have an incoming email that's going to receive that email, and then we will create an autonomous agent that is listening to that incoming email. And whenever that email is received, the agent will trigger, it will understand the issue, it will extract the information from the email, and it will create a ticket into a database. For this video, I'm going to use SharePoint, but you can use Dataverse or any other system that you can connect an agent can access to it. Simple use case, but this will give you an idea of how you can actually create an autonomous agent in any scenario that you may have. So first thing first, I have created a list in my SharePoint site. It's calling issue tracker, and it's a very simple list. It has issue description, priority status, who it assigned to, logged by a basic column, and we are going to use this list to capture the information from the email. Okay, and that's the only database setup we need. If you are using Dataverse, SQL, or any other system, it may look like similar. You just need to have a basic column that you may be using in your agent. Okay, now the next what we're going to do, we're going to go to the copilotstudio.com. Okay, so copilotstudio.microsoft.com. Of course, you need a Copilot Studio license to create an agent in Copilot Studio. So once we are in the Copilot Studio, I'm going to go and click create. This is where I'm going to start creating a new agent. Okay, you can give the name. Okay, for this agent, we are creating it very simple. So I'm just going to give the name and click create. This will create the agent. Okay, so the agent got created, and as you can see here, it has some basic information, like for example, it is using Gen AI orchestration. That's what we are going to use. You can also select the model. If you want to use another model, that you can also use. The purpose that we are using this agent for, GPT 4.1 is good enough. Then we have trigger. This is where we're gonna make sure that we are creating this as an autonomous agent. Okay, so we're gonna click on the add trigger, and currently we have a lot of triggers available that you can use from, right? As you can see here, the list is pretty long. There's lots and different type of Microsoft or external system triggers are available that you can use to trigger your autonomous agent. Here we are going to use the Outlook. Okay, so when a new email arrives, we're going to select that, click next. Okay, once you do that, it's going to try to create a connection. So it's going to create two connections, one for Copilot Studio that agent will use, and another one for Office, so that agent can use those incoming email with this connection. Click next. Now this is a standard detail that you can use to filter the incoming email or restrict the which email needs to be triggered. Here, the only thing I'm going to do is the subject filter. And the reason I'm doing it because I'm going to use an email address, a common email address for receiving this email, but I don't want agent to create a ticket for each and every email that's receiving. So I will say that if the subject line have this demo issue, then only use this trigger. Okay, and you can use any other filter as needed. We're going to click create trigger. So this will create the trigger. So whenever an email will be sent to this email address that you creating this Copilot Studio, that's currently my email address, but if you are creating this for more general purpose, you will use a service account. So whenever the email received to that service account, and if the subject has demo issue, this agent will trigger. Okay, so my trigger was successfully created. I'm going to close it. So the trigger is ready, and we're going to click on publish. Okay, so flow is published successfully. Now we can do a quick test before we create a next step where we're going to extract the information from the email and create the ticket. Okay, so I'm going to open the Outlook as another user, and I'm going to send this email with the demo issue in my subject line. Click send. Now, while the email is coming and my agent is going to trigger, you can click on this link here. This will take you to actually the flow that's created behind the scene for this agent. So as you can see, this is the flow that's got created. When an email is arrived, you should have your subject filter also here, demo issue, and then we have this Copilot action added. And what this action is doing, whenever the email is going to receive, this action is calling the flow calling the agent that we have created. Okay, and it's going to send all the information from this email back to the agent that we can use. Okay, so as you can see here, this incoming email was triggered and our agent may have received this information from that email. So go back to the Copilot Studio. Okay, so our agent is triggering. It is getting triggered based on the incoming email. Now we need to add a next step. That's where we're going to add some tools that agent will use to extract information from this incoming email and create a ticket into the data source. For this video, we are using SharePoint. So we are going to tools, add a tool. Okay, because we are using SharePoint for this video, I'm going to select SharePoint. If you are using Dataverse, you can select Dataverse or any other system. And what we're going to do, we're going to create an item, right? We are creating a ticket into the SharePoint list. It's going to select a connection. So it's using my ID, click add and configure. This is going to configure the connection and give you a window where you can start configuring how that issue is going to create it into the SharePoint list. Okay, perfect. So this is the tool. It's saying create item. The name is create item description. Of course, you can change it. This is the connection detail, and this is where you need to work on. It's saying input. The input is what input we are going to give to this tool to add it to the SharePoint list. Okay, the first thing is the site address. Okay, so you will select your site address. Then there's a list name. Now I don't want the list name dynamically filled by AI, so I'm going to say I'm going to give you a custom value. This is where you will give the list name, or once you select your site, it's going to actually give you all the available list name. So our list name is issue tracker. Okay, once you provide these two details, you won't see anything else, but that's not the only thing that we want to do. What we want to do here, we want to add more input, like the title of the issue, the description of the issue, who sent that issue detail, right? All those information. So then you need to click on add input. Once you click on add input, you will start seeing lot of different type of information here. So first we need to search for the title. Okay, so it's the title, and what this title is going to be, this is item.title. That means this is the title of your issue tracker list. That's going to be title of the issue. Okay, and here I can keep this dynamically filled with AI. So what I'm telling AI to look for the title and decide what should be my title. Mostly it should be the subject line. Okay, then I'm going to click on add input. Then I have issue description. Again, another column in my list, that is issue description. And for this also, I'm going to let AI decide what is my description that it can find from the email. And it's going to find, mostly it's going to find the email body in it, right? Then I have a priority. So here, if you have a choice column, so there's a few things, right? If you have a choice column, it's not going to show up as like we are saying the title description. It will display like value, as you can see here. There is two value, one of which is the priority and the status. I have two choice column in my list. So if you have multiple, this is how you will find the choice column. So I'm going to select the first one, and now you can see it as item.priority.value. Okay, now what you can do here, you see these customized. So after you select the value, you can click on customize, and there's a description. You can type your instructions for the AI to pick from. So here I can say get the email priority. So, right, in the Outlook, when you send an email, you can set a priority. So I'm saying this issue, pick or get the priority information from the priority of the email. Okay, little bit help to the AI. Okay, now we're going to add more input here because I have a status column as well. And for the status, I'm going to select custom value and I'm going to say enter custom value and new. Then we also have some user field like who it assigned to and who logged it. So for user type of field, you need to search for claim. That's how they display here. I'll select claims and now you can see it's saying item assigned to. Okay, so for assigned to, I'm going to click on customize and I'm going to write here use from email for the email. Now you can, what I'm trying to say here, and I'm using it very simple, natural language here. So what I'm saying, for assigned to, use the from address or from address from the email and use that email address for the assigned to. Similarly, we're going to add another one here. Search for claims. Okay, the second claim that we're going to use is issue logged by. This is the person who is sending that request. Same thing, I'm going to go to customize and the description. Now I'm going to say use to address from the email. Okay, so that's all. Now if you have more column, if you want to capture more information, you get an idea of how you can use the tool to extract the information from the incoming email and use this either dynamically fill with AI or custom value to provide that information that can be saved back to the SharePoint. Okay, that's all. Now we're going to publish it. Okay, so now everything is good to go. We can go back and test our agent. So go to the overview and to test, you can go to your trigger, click on the test trigger. If you have already run this once, you will see those last run that you can restart, right? So we have run it before, we test our trigger before. I'm going to start testing here. Now this will show you how the agent is going to automatically get triggered, as you can see here. And now it's going to start connecting. So I'm going to say allow SharePoint connection. Now this will start going into this item, and as you can see here, the item created. If we go back to our list, and you can see here, right? Because this was the email. You remember demo issue, this is the test. It's a normal priority. Status is new, coming from this user and created by this user. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to test it in the real scenario. Okay, so I'm going to open an Outlook. Okay, so we have this email. I'm sending it to this email address. This can be a service account. For now, it's my account. And make sure that I have this, because that's how we set up our agent to trigger only if it finds this particular phrase. Okay, so I'm going to send it and we will wait for our flow to trigger. The agent automatically will trigger, receive the email and actually do the job that we have given this agent to do. Okay, so now as you can see here, the issue that we have sent has been logged here. You can see unable to access the system, actual issue that has been described here. And if you notice what it does, because we are using the AI, it just understands the email and it summarized the issue for us. Okay, and every other information that we have asked is already corrected. So yes, and now after this, if you want to extend this, you can have an approval flow, sending more emails to different people. They can start working on this one, or maybe you can use AI to understand this issue and actually respond back to the user if it can find a resolutions. That will be for next video. For this video, I just wanted to show you how you can create an autonomous agent in Copilot Studio. And this is a quick video to just give you an idea. We can definitely extend it. Feel free to leave a comment if you want to see more complex scenario. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.